So, I mean, going into like final words of wisdom, I mean, obviously you're talking about an individual that has a high productive mindset. Like they want to achieve particular things, not necessarily a white picket fence, but they want to have the freedom to live and enjoy their lives. So, what words of wisdom would you give to that person? They're listening to this podcast and they're saying, I want to start a company. Maybe down the road they want to partner with you and they're hitting their first hurdle right now. How
Yeah.
would you help them overcome that hurdle? What words of insight would you give to them?
Well, first of all, I'd say that I think it's unfair when people say, "Oh, anyone can do anything. Every like as long as you work hard, you're gonna make it." Unfortunately, there's people who start way ahead. Like people forget that, like if you take a look at Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, like he went to a feeder school for Harvard, where something like 75% of people that went to his high school went to Harvard afterwards because they were like pre-admitted to Harvard. And it's interesting. In my high school, my gym teacher was also my political science teacher, right? Because I went to public school. In high schools like the ones that Mark Zuckerberg goes to, former U.S. senators are teaching his political science class. So that kind of exposure is just not comparable, right? So I think it's important to be aware that we don't all start the same place. So please stop comparing yourself to people like the Bill Gateses, the Mark Zuckerbergs. It just, it's not fair. And it's like, I think you're hurting your own ego and your own confidence level. And so I think one is just understand where you are right now and what do you need to get to the next level,
Mm-hmm.
not how do you get to the Mark Zuckerberg's level. I think that's the problem. We have these stories and painted stories of people who are incredibly successful, but they've had incredible starts that were like miles ahead. Like Bill Gates, I mean, like his mom was like on the board of directors for IBM. Like these, like the crazy part about it for most people, if you get to the point where Bill Gates, like you get to be in Bill Gates' family pre Microsoft, this is success for most of us career wise. And that was a starting point, right? And that's the point I'm trying to get to is don't compare yourself to these people that are just the 0.00001% and they've had a head start like crazy. Think about where you are now and how you get better and better and better every single day. And you would be amazed what you end up doing in 1, 2, 3 years from now. And then you look back and you laugh at how where you were because it's important to keep yourself encouraging. And it's all mindset, right? It's all mindset. It's like everything we do in life is just like this creative myth. And sometimes it's a myth that we can break and sometimes it's not. But the reason we can't break it or can't is not because we're not smart enough. It's because we haven't given ourselves enough time.